I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Good April, person. This is Levi, west of nowhere.
And I'm Shane. Most awkward beginning ever.
No, we've had worse, for sure. There's no way we haven't. You know?
Yeah.
I wanted to do something fun for April Fools, but then I was like, I don't know what to say. So I should have. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have stole like the Two Bears One Cave fucking intro. April Fools, it's just us, the west of nowhere. I'm Tom.
That
He's
only
Bert.
that would only fool people who just listen to the audio. People who watch the show would be like, no, it's not.
We look just like them. What are you talking about?
You're right.
Oh man.
Let me take my shirt off.
Yeah, please. Oh, I mean what? Speaking of people with their shirts off, it's Patreon people with shirt off their back to pay for their Patreons. I doubt that's the case, but it would be cool, right?
Right.
What's their names?
we
What do they
want to
look
thank
like?
Adam Pacino, Tony Burgess, Miles Glenn, Sam Norton, Natalie Tacarante, Mark Stadler, Colton Zammersla, and Kylie if she ever figures her shit out.
Is she not on there?
No.
What a dork. What a knucklehead. If you want to be one of those cool Patreon people, go to Linktree. It's in the description if you're listening to audio, and then it's below Shane's face if you're watching the video. Yeah. Also, if you don't want to give us any money, you can give us some reviews or leave comments on our YouTube. We have a comment from Mr. Jixer 1196. Keep it up, boys. I love it. Hey, we love you.
We love you.
God damn it. He's got one video, and it's a pretty cool motorcycle run, so check that out. Is that it for the thing?
That's it for the thing.
Oh, man. What is up? Anything?
Not much, man. Just wading through the housing market of Washington, trying to
You know
figure
what's
out where I'm going to
crazy?
live. What?
I know this is nowhere close to Oak Harbor, but I have a friend who lives kind of by Olympia, and her boyfriend are buying the duplex they live in for $200. And I was like, well, that's pretty fucking tight, because you get you get the rent on the other side,
Yeah.
and that kind of will at least pay for half of your mortgage, if not the whole thing.
Right, yeah.
It's like that's the fucking move. Like, obviously it sucks living in a duplex, and then you gotta fucking fix shit when it break, like if the other guy's a fuckhead. But she's like, no, he's just a quiet little gay Asian guy. He's keeps to himself, pretty cool. I was like, that's kind of the best roommate. Gay Asian guy? That place is gonna be fucking spotless, dude. Just spotless, smells good. He's always dressing nice.
Yeah.
Probably fucking give her boyfriend a makeover or something. That'd be cool. I live next to a gay Asian guy.
Why
for
do
sure.
you assume that all Asians are good at doing makeovers?
Yeah.
Canceled.
I like how you went with my assumption being the Asians are good at makeovers and not the homosexual guy. But what are you saying? Can't even do it. Oh no. Oh boy. Well,
What's new in the world?
That sucks. That's a struggle bus for you.
That'll be all right.
You'll figure it out. I believe in you. Speaking of super terrible stereotypes and
Ooh.
homosexuality, have you
Oh.
heard any of the stuff about this don't say gay bill? And I just got super bright. In Florida.
Yeah, so I talked on that Dutch and Denver podcast a little bit about
You
it.
guys
Well,
talked
he
about it?
asked me about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
have a summary of
essentially-
what you said or what you learned?
I mean, essentially, you can't teachers aren't allowed to share their sexuality with their class, which I kind of agree with.
Yeah.
If that's what it is if that's what the baseline of it is.
So.
Because why do your students need to know what you do outside of work?
Yeah. Well.
Like that.
When you call a teacher Miss or Mrs., they kind of already get an idea what's going on, and it's somewhat. But here's the problem with this: is it is spun batshit crazy in both directions. All right.
Okay.
Super conservative people, and even like on the Being Libertarian page that I like to follow on Facebook, because you never know what you're gonna get with that one. Sometimes they make fun of Republicans. Sometimes they share crazy-ass conspiracy theories, and sometimes they make fun of liberal people. So you get all of it, and it's nice to have. But they shared a thing talking shit on Disney because they're like, oh, Disney's fucking garbage. You know why? Because they don't like the Don't Say Gay bill. And that means that they're fucking, they're for grooming children for sexual predators. Like, that was 100% comments people were making. Like, well, of course, Disney, they love to groom children. That's their fucking thing. I was like, where are you guys getting any of this information? Like, what the fuck? And then the people on the left are like, can't even mention gay people exist. What the fuck? And it's neither of those things.
Yeah.
And not only is it neither of those things, the reason that it exists, like the actual reason that they wrote it,
yeah,
is pointless too. Like, it is literally just a fear-mongering tactic by the Florida GOP, the Republican Party in Florida. Like, they're fighting a battle that's not even happening, but they're trying to get their base stirred up because, you know what next year is, or later this year even, is election year, midterms, right? So, among the prohibitions in this bill, it's a 7-page bill, and it prohibits instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity for students in kindergarten through 3rd grade. Lessons for students older than 3rd grade have to be age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards, which there's no state standards. Like, it's just going to be a case-by-case basis. The state education department will decide what age-appropriate or developmentally appropriate entails. So they haven't fucking figured it out. However, none of the grades mentioned are receiving sex education at all right now.
Yeah.
None of them. I know in Nebraska, back in the day when I went through sex ed, it started in 5th grade. All right? Right at the cusp at the beginning of puberty. For some kids, you want to get ahead of the curve, kind of get kids to know what's happening before it gets in full swing. 5th grade, and it wasn't like hardcore shit right away. It was like, hey, you're going to smell funny. Might get hair some places. That kind of shit.
Yeah.
Real,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we don't really know. Just fucking guide you into it. Start wearing deodorant. They handed out deodorant for everybody. It was very calm. And then these guys are like, nah, man, fucking don't be teaching my kindergartner gay shit. Like, nobody's doing that, bro. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's trying to do it. And then on the other side, they're like, fucking gay people exist, and I'm mad your kindergartners don't know it. And you don't want to tell them. It's like, what the fuck, man? Why can't we just look at shit like how it actually is and legislate based off of reality instead of hypotheticals? I tried to fucking combine hyperbole and hypothetical together.
Yeah.
Hypotheticals. Anyway, so it's pretty fucking dumb, I think. Like, it's super pointless.
Yeah.
And it just has everybody mad. Like, it has me mad, and I think it's dumb. Like, fucking got me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, when you explain it like that, when you explain it like that there aren't actually any, like, sex education classes happening for for those grades and lower, like, then why is there even a bill?
Yeah.
You're like, it definitely sounds like they're just trying to excite some kind of, like, uproar so that there's something else to be pissed off about.
Right. And, that's just, and,
what I don't get, is, did Disney come out and say we're against this bill or something?
Well, they just, basically, like, they made a poorly researched opinion on it, like on Twitter or something like that, and then Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, was like, "Oh, really? You don't like my bill? Well, guess what? We're gonna make your life a living hell in Florida, because whatever is it land
I
that's in
think it's
Florida
I
or
think it's
world?
Disney. I think it's Disney World.
I don't know. Never been.
Pretty sure it's Disney World.
Had poor parents, so I don't know. But they got a large amount of income from that state in
Yeah.
Orlando, big thing, and it's like you guys are mad at each other for no reason at all.
And what is he gonna do to them? Like that's got to be a lot of money from them that
Yeah.
goes to Florida. Like, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah, like probably one of the largest employers in Florida, I
Mm-hmm.
would say.
Has to be.
And then income, I don't know what companies are based in Florida. I can't imagine a lot of them, but yeah, like just the sheer tourist volume, because
Mhm.
people don't just go to Florida for Disney World, but while they're in Florida, most of them do go to Disney World. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it's very dumb. I don't get it. Like, it's just redundancy of things that aren't even happening, and then it puts this like fear into people who are like just genuinely concerned, like people who are like, I don't want my kids to get groomed. Well, duh,
Nobody
nobody
wants
does.
that.
Stop sending them Catholic church. But um but and then on the other side, nobody wants their kid to, like, if they're, for whatever reason, their kid already knows that they're, whatever alphabet
However they
letter.
identify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In kindergarten to third grade, like, they don't want to feel excluded, or kids who have gay parents, or a parent who's trans, or any of the sorts. Like,
Yeah.
you're telling me that, like, those people who are, like, genuinely thinking that this bill says if a kid is talking about their homosexual parents, that kid's gonna get in trouble, or that the school has to be like, you're lying, like, you because that's one of the things I've seen where it's like, oh, well, if a kid brings up his gay parents, then the school goes, you're a liar, and that's it. I was like, doesn't sound like realistic things, but what do I know? Yeah, so despite the term "don't say gay" coined by the critics of the bill, it doesn't mention the term gay or the LGBTQ plus community by name, nor does it prohibit students at any grade level from talking about their LGBTQ plus family members or themselves, or acknowledging the existence of gay people, as some critics of the bill have claimed. Um, However, Republican lawmakers and Governor DeSantis publicized their intentions to curb discussions on gender identity and the LGBTQ plus community through passing of the bill. So basically, it's like a stepping stone, if that makes sense. Like, they're gonna institute this one, and then down the road, and even DeSantis has talked about it, like we do want to get to a point to where we're not focusing on that. And I've seen people who are like, well, just teach my kid fucking science, arithmetic, and how to write. And that's it.
Right.
Like, have you ever spent 2 minutes with a kid? You're not. They're going to go off the wall and talk about some crazy shit. Like, that's how kids do. Like,
Yeah.
you'll be walking to lunch and be like, oh, by the way, my mom said this. Wait, moms? Plural? You have 2 moms? Yeah, I got 2. And it's just how kid conversations work. They just spin out left and right, and
Yeah.
I remember being that kid. I'm still kind of that kid. Like, people aren't asking me for any of these things, but
Yeah.
here we are. I got a podcast. It's fine. You guys are signed up. Yeah, so it's just kind of a shit show. It's like people scared about things that aren't yet a thing. Like, maybe down the road, maybe they decide to be shitheads about it, but who fucking knows? Like, this bill will probably get thrown to the Supreme Court pretty quick anyway. So let them fucking deal with it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's really like an actual threat for students.
What's that?
This teacher from Indonesia, sentenced to death for he assaulted 13 schoolgirls between 2016 and 2021. And yeah, big old piece of shit. In the Indonesian court handed down a death sentence on Monday to a teacher for raping 13 girls at an Islamic school, upholding an appeal by prosecutors for the death penalty after he had initially received a sentence of life in prison. So he initially got life in prison. They're like, yeah, actually, fuck this guy, which is good because fuck that guy, big old piece of shit. See,
Yeah,
this is
dude.
the kind of thing you should be worried about, not whether or not your kid can or cannot say gay or some fake rage that like maybe what that people are trying to groom your kid at public school. Like what the fuck, man? Yeah.
Have you heard about did you hear about the new movie Morbius?
I haven't heard a lot
yeah,
of good
Morbius.
things.
Dude, yeah. So I haven't heard any good things, and then I seen that it is tanking so far.
Yeah.
It came out this past Thursday.
Poor Jared Leto can't do a
Dude,
superhero movie to save his life. And he's so good.
So I'm holding out, man. Like
Yeah.
I still want to go see it because like he is a good actor. Like
You
yet
think
fine,
that,
he took the Joker role too far. That was a little weird.
yeah.
Whatever. But the last movie he did, The Little Things with Denzel
Oh,
Washington,
Yeah.
that movie was
Great.
weird. Okay,
Oh, sorry.
I was saying that movie was weird, but I didn't like the ending of it. But his role in that movie as like the psychotic
Yeah.
maybe killer
Yeah. God, that movie was a trip. I forgot about that.
was amazing.
Until you just told me about it. But
But
yeah,
as
he's a great actor, and I feel bad for him.
yeah. As of right now, it's only made 5.7 million, which is terrible when you compare it to where they at.
Sub-billion.
Well, the last 5 that have come out: Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, Eternals, and Spider-Man,
Yeah.
all debuted. Some of them not considerably higher, but most of them considerably higher on that, like when they came out.
Yeah.
I guess Sony's holding out hopes that this weekend it'll somehow churn out another 40 million or something. But
Yeah. I don't know. Like it's kind of weird because like all the previews, all the trailers didn't really seem like it was gonna be that bad. I don't know. Like it just seems like it's not on brand with all the other movies, and I kind of wonder if that's the issue. Like people are going to these Marvel movies or like hearing about them and then like watching a trailer and then deciding not to go because it's not exactly the same as fucking Iron Man or Thor, all these like, and I've heard the same thing about Oscar Isaac and Moon Knight. And like a lot of like actual fans are like, yeah, this is fucking really good, but it's getting review bombed right now because it it brings up the Armenian genocide in the first episode.
yeah,
So now the international market is fucking review bombing this show because they mentioned it, which is stupid. Because it fucking happened, and and like it's just like stupid shit like that.
I'm glad you brought up Moon Knight because I thought the first episode, I don't know if you watched it yet, but the first episode was really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard, like, I have a bunch of friends who are, actual, like, watch or read comics. They're very into it. They're like, yeah, I thought it was good. Like, it's interesting the way they're going with it, but I think it's good. I think it's going to be good, But people are not ready for the horror genre that Marvel can be. Because they've been so used to this happy, campy, and then like they dip their toes in with Thor: Dark World a little bit, pulled back because people didn't really like that one. Yeah, didn't, and they're like, okay, we'll turn a corner, we'll be funny again. Sorry, but off of the comics and Morbius, Moon Knight, Doctor Strange, even like there's a lot of horror elements in those stories.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not gonna cater to the massive market that Steve America's Ass Rogers brought to the table, So that's frustrating. I will watch Morbius, and I will probably be one of the people that enjoyed it. Like, I'm one of the few people that actually didn't mind his Joker performance either, but I can't say that too loud because people bust in the house and start beating me up for saying
I
that.
just think here's the issue with his performance, right? I don't think that his performance was bad. I think that if you take every other Joker that's been in a movie, they've followed the same archetype,
Yeah.
right? And no one had ever done that before.
Yeah.
And maybe
Try to do something different. And
yeah.
yeah. Also, that movie
Like
kind of got skull fucked by the studios too, so which is kind of annoying. Like, they cut and chopped that thing. Like, after the first trailer, you can see it if you watch the first like the original actual first trailer, and then the first trailer that was post Guardians of the Galaxy being released, and they did a tonal shift, and they started to be more like Guardians of the Galaxy, more campy, more music, fun music, popular music, you know.
yeah.
And they changed that movie up, similar to how they did the Justice League, because they fucking shot Zack Snyder out of the cannon. We're like, you're gone, bro. And then they cut and fucked that thing up. And then if you watch, I mean, his version is like an hour longer, but like, it's a substantially different movie tonally.
Yeah.
And his Joker actually makes an appearance at the end of that too, which I thought was kind of funny. Like this post-apocalyptic wasteland, and he's all like long-haired and goofy looking. But have you ever watched Lord of War
Yes.
with him and Nicolas Cage? That movie, that was when I was like, oh, bud, Jared Leto
Yeah.
is great. Like, because he's like super good at this manic shit where he's like having fun, doing coke, banging strippers, banging hookers, selling guns, woo, and then he like crashes into this cokehead who is just fucking out of his mind, strung out, just freaking out. Like, he does play a really good drug addict, because, you know, if you watch Requiem for a Dream,
God, such a good movie.
great movie, very depressing, but really good
Yeah.
movie. And he slams that one out of the park too. Like, nobody can sit there and go he can't act, because he can. It's just the projects he sometimes gets involved with have a tendency to get fucked by one person or another in some way, shape, or form. Because you can't say that guy doesn't give his fucking all when he's trying to make something happen. He's gonna put himself into it, probably too far, but you know, yeah. So it is what it is. Speaking of a guy who goes too far, this dude in Germany has been trying to get forged COVID-19 passes. And you know how he did this?
How?
He got over 90 vaccines. Yeah. A 60-year-old man had vaccinated against COVID dozens of times in Germany in order to sell forged vaccination cards. They caught him when he went to the same place twice. Like, he went the next day, and they're like, bro, you were just fucking here. And then they searched his car, and they had a bunch of blank vaccination cards. And then also a bunch of like actual filled out, signed by doctors and shit ones.
Yeah.
So, good news is, don't think the vaccine's that bad if this dude's got fucking 90 of them rolling around in his old body. So yeah, he's gonna be charged with forgery and document forgery and unauthorized issuance of vaccination cards. So pretty cool guy. Fucking Germans, man. Though they just go too far sometimes, you know.
I don't think you can say that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, all right. What are you gonna do? Kick me off of Twitter?
Yep.
Well, you can't, because guess what? Homeboy Elon Musk is now the largest shareholder for Twitter. He's got
What?
a 9.2% stake in Twitter after spending $2.89 billion to
And he
buy.
only owns 9%.
Yeah, well, it's so fractured. And so, in a lot of these companies, bigger companies, a majority shareholder can, like, sometimes only have, like, 15, 20%. Like, it's not like you have 75%. It's you have more than everybody else does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty exciting.
You want to hear some exciting news?
Yes.
I mean, I know you'll be the most excited about it.
Um,
So, Blink-182 just announced that they'll be doing their next album with Machine Gun Kelly. And they're going to do like a double lead guitar album.
well, I would not call what he does lead guitar, but okay.
I would say he's probably more of a rhythm guitarist, but
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
but I mean, apparently he's going to be on their next album. He says like they're joining forces.
Have you listened to Emo Girl yet?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah. Did you like how they just fucking took Misery Business and just put a different song over the top of it?
Dude, it does sound like that.
You know who else did that?
Who?
Your girl Olivia Rodrigo with the song Good For You. I was watching old SNL, or not old, but I was watching SNL this weekend, catching up on shit I hadn't watched, and she was the musical guest on one of them, and she played that song Good For You, and I was like, I know this song, man. Like, I know it.
Yeah.
And then, like, the music, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, all right. It was just funny, and I looked it up, and she had to give Paramore writing credits, and she had to do that with a couple artists, writing credits for a lot of her album. Like, the Grammys were last night, and let's see, in her album, the Sour album, it has her name, and then just in the little blurb says Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, Saint Vincent, and then the list goes on, and Paramore, what's her name, Hayley Williams is in there, and this is pretty funny because like she had to do that, and to her credit, she has said that she was in talks with them before the song released.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it was more like, I really like this tone or like this sound. Can I write different words over the top of it and kind of change the key up a little bit? And I'm assuming they were like, yeah. I don't know how they sound, but I'm assuming that's
more money.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Biggest disappointment of the Grammys. Fucking winner of the best rap album over the last year. Who do you think should have got it?
I honestly am very out of touch with rap recently.
Well, our boy that we did an episode with UB on, J. Cole.
Yeah.
The off season, right?
Yeah. Oh shit, dude, that was a great album.
Didn't get it.
Who beat him?
Tyler, the fucking Creator.
I mean,
And
I've never.
I didn't even know he had an album out.
Yeah.
Nobody
me
said
neither.
nothing about it. And you're telling me that nobody's talked about this album one fucking time, and he just better than J. Cole, and it beat Donda, which, all right. And it beat out Nas, which is, it's bold. Man, your girl did win Best New Artist, though, so that's
No.
good. Yeah.
She's not my girl.
She's
Stop
your girl.
referring to her like that.
You love her.
I hate her. I think her music is fucking annoying. She's just
listen to it to go to bed.
She's an off-brand like Taylor Swift. Fucking stupid.
Yeah. Best pop vocal album, obviously, your girl got it.
I'm gonna riot in the goddamn streets.
Best solo performance, Driver's License, Olivia Rodrigo. Best rock album, Foo Fighters. Hey.
There we go.
Hey.
You got to. Their drummer just died. You got to give him something.
Black Pumas were up for
Who
best.
the fuck is
you
the
don't-
Black Pumas?
You've never listened to the Black Pumas? I'll send you some.
Are they
stuff.
like the Black Keys, but
No, they're fucking tight. I mean, Black Keys are tight too, but they're fucking good shit. And dude, check this out.
No.
Metal performance. Dream Theater, which that's an old ass band, but they had a song on I think it was Guitar Hero 3. It was like at the end during the credits, Pull Me Under.
Okay.
Yeah, great song. And Rob Zombie was up, which was wild. I was like, oh hey shit, that's my boy. You're my boy, Blue. Didn't win, but
Oh.
yeah. I'm trying to look for like some really off the wall ones. Don Cheadle won a Grammy for a spoken word album, which obviously he's the man.
Wait.
Don Cheadle,
So
actor.
I know who Don Cheadle is,
Oh.
but like
Spoken word.
spoken
like
word.
poetry.
So he just did an album of poetry.
Yeah.
Dude,
Listen,
why
if
don't
they
we
can
do that?
give-
I can talk just fine.
Yeah, your voice is good, and I can probably write some stuff to make people cry for sure. So
Let's do it, dude. Let's release a West of Nowhere spoken album.
I'm in. I'm in. Yeah. Foo Fighters also won Best Rock Song for "Waiting on a War." So
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Every time I say that, I always think of the what's his name, Gordon from Dodgeball. You know, the goofy older guy who's got the mail order bride. But pretty great. That
He- He's also from Office Space.
yeah.
My stapler.
Yeah,
Took my
he's in all
stapler.
sorts of shit.
He's
like
always very awkward.
He's a bad guy in one movie. Yeah, he's all sorts of shit. So Bo Burnham, "All Eyes on Me" song. I'm assuming from his what's it called album? His
Spoken word album.
Inside.
Oh, okay.
Louis C.K. Best comedy
Ooh.
album.
Look at him.
Look at him going.
He's back in there after getting me too'd.
Yeah, I know. Have you ever heard him talk about it? Pretty
Oh yeah.
He's like, hey, if you ever get permission to jerk off in front of somebody,
Don't
double
do it.
check. Like, are you absolutely sure? Oh my god. I was listening to that while I was working on my friend's car this weekend. I was
Dude,
listening-
he should put that on a shirt.
What? You're gonna jerk off in front of somebody, double check?
Double check.
Oh no. You know, one of the things that I miss about Westbine is Wolf's off the wall. Oh no! Like whenever we would say just some fucking insane shit, he's like, "Oh
Yeah.
no."
Oh no. Yeah, because the front of the shirt should say, "If you're gonna jerk off in front of someone," and the back should say, "Double check."
Yeah, that would be pretty fun. Yeah. So, that's a grant. I mean, you can look at the list. I'm not gonna go through all of them because that's not fun. But the big
Yeah.
ones, obviously, yeah, the ones we talked about. Your boy didn't get nominated for a country Grammy, and I don't know.
I don't think he's allowed, right? Like,
I don't know.
Or
I don't
they're
know.
still
Nobody
mad?
got slapped at the Grammys. I do know that. That's pretty
bro.
cool. Sturgill Simpson almost won a country album Grammy, so that's cool. He's the shit. He likes hallucinogens. Big fan of both him and
What about Tyler Childers? Was he up for anything?
is he a country guy?
Yeah. Nope.
I don't
Damn
think so.
He's a really good country artist, and he's also into illicit things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Because they got so they have this weird setup because it's song, performance, album, and then all the categories, right? So like the best rap album was Tyler the Creator, but then best rap song is a different one. Like it's very confusing. And I wish they had it organized better on Google. Why do you make me? Piece of shit. Fucking your girl cleaned house though. I tell you what.
I'm breaking my computer. as soon as we stop recording.
Like how you're gonna wait. We're gonna finish this fucking episode and I'm smashing it.
Smash it.
Did you know that they only had Grammys for disco one time?
Well,
That's
yeah,
how
because-
short that fucking phase lasted.
Yeah, because it was terrible.
Well, yeah, but yeah. So, what did you say, Tyler Childers?
Yeah.
No. So, country song, Chris Stapleton won for "Cold."
Okay.
And then
Surprise, surprise.
yeah, and then Thomas Rhett, Walker Hayes, Maren Morris, and Casey Musgraves were the other ones. Which
Oh, nice.
Casey Musgraves is nice. She seems nice.
She is. She's got some alright music.
Yeah. So that's what's going on there. Sad news.
What's that?
Couple entertainment deaths this week. The first one is the mom from Seinfeld, Estelle Harris.
Yeah. Don't know who that is.
She was the mom on Seinfeld, and what else did she do? She did a lot of voice acting too. She was in a bunch of different shit. Apparently, she was on Steven Universe. Didn't know that, but she has this really high pitched voice and like squeaky like that, right?
Okay.
Yeah. You would know it if you heard it. You'd be like, oh, okay, yeah.
Definitely
for
heard
sure.
that before. I
Yeah,
know that voice
like
anywhere.
it's just fucking aggressive. Yeah. Anyway, and then the inspiration for Snowball from Rick and Morty, Justin
Yeah.
Roiland's dog, Jerry Michaels, who was also the namesake for Jerry Smith for Rick
Aw.
and Morty, passed away at the young age of 13. So, R.I.P. Snowball. What's he say? It was Snuffles the name. What'd you get in trouble for?
Oh.
You remember?
Because don't call me Snuffles. Snuffles is my slave name. Call me Snowball because my fur is white and fluffy. Fuck.
There you go. Oh, she played Mrs. Potato Head in Toy Story.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that lady.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well. Rip.
R.I.P.
Everyone's dying. It's a bad couple weeks.
know. I mean, she was 94, but yeah. Still too soon. Yeah.
Oh look, if you don't live as long as Betty White did, then it was too soon. All right.
Pretty much, and even her, like 99, too soon. Shouldn't have taken her. God damn it. You want to hear some fucking? I almost used a really bad way to describe.
Way to ruin it.
Well, if I would have said what I wanted to say, I would have been canceled. But
Oh, okay.
you want to hear some conniving news, a conniving story?
Sure.
So, the Black Lives Matter movement, right? As a
Right.
whole. Well, there's also a Black Lives Matter organization.
That's separate from the movement?
Well, it's part of the movement, but there's like an
Okay.
actual organization where it's like,
Okay.
this is the thing. Like, how the KKK is part of the white nationalist movement, but there's the actual organization, the KKK. It's a bad example, but that's the only one I can think of that kind of, like, they have political motivations as a group, but then there's an actual, like, organization.
Yeah, I got.
at the
Yeah,
center.
I got you.
Okay. So, they have apparently secretly bought a $6 million house in California with funds that had been donated to their organization. So
What's the house for? Like company retreat?
I don't know. I'm gonna describe to you.
Oh,
describe
no.
to you about it. It's got 6,500 square feet, half a dozen bedrooms and bathrooms, several fireplaces, soundstage, pool and bungalow. Obviously, you need a bungalow if you got a pool. Parking for more than 20 cars. Yeah. So it was purchased for nearly $6 million in cash in October 2020 with money that had been donated to the BLM GNF, which I don't know what the GNF stands for, but not a good look. Turns out buying mansions with donations to a cause is frowned upon. Who would've
Yeah.
thought? Now this is where this weird separation happens, because I don't know if you've paid attention or like heard anybody mention, oh well, fucking Black Lives Matter is ran by Marxists. Like, have you ever heard anybody say that?
No.
So some of the founding members talk a lot about different types of philosophy, and one of the types of philosophy they mention, like they use a lot of Marxist rhetoric, which is kind of I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like it's kind of a scare tactic for a lot of people, because like if you've never read Karl Marx and you only know him as one of the people that communists base their thoughts off of, then yeah, you're gonna go, well, all I know is Karl Marx wrote a book, and then a communist read that book and decided communism was the way to go, and then Russia killed a bunch of people, and China killed a bunch of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking at it on paper, it's kind of bad. As a person himself, he really wasn't any worse than like somebody like Ayn Rand, who wrote Atlas Shrugged, which I don't know if you've ever read that, but a lot of libertarians really love Atlas Shrugged, because it's kind of like a leave me the fuck alone, I think for myself kind of book.
Yeah.
And it's along the same lines. Like, Marx never pushed an agenda. He wasn't like trying to start communist groups or anything. He literally wrote a book, a philosophy book, like thinking out loud on paper, and then whatever happened. Like, it's just one of those things. So people like to use it as like a dirty word. These fucking Black Lives Matters Marxists. And maybe they are. I don't know. I could look at a dozen people on the street, and if two of them were Marxists, I wouldn't be able to tell them apart, because
Right.
That's just how that works. So anyway, this is not going to help their case out with a lot of the people that think that,
Yeah.
So anyway, if you guys want to donate to the Patreon so we can get a fucking mansion up and running,
dude, you can, whoever donates, for our mansion can 100% come stay,
Yeah, 100%.
Come hang out and swim in our pool and hang out in the bungalow.
Yeah. You sleep in the guest house.
We can play some cornhole in the parking garage for 20 cars.
Yes. Let's go. And it's in California, so we can get super baked.
You can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. We can. Like, me and the guest.
You and the
then
guest.
Shane could just stare at us and cry a little bit.
I'll drink my bourbon and look at you with judging eyes.
You're like 100-year-old bourbon.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll use some of the donations for to buy.
Yeah, obviously. That's all I got for today.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I should have planned this better and started talking about the Grammys, but I got distracted.
Oh no. I really gotta pull this link off of here instead of having to go through it. Stop texting me so much.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I love you.
I don't want to talk to you if we're not recording, all right?
Okay.
All right. Oh. So I know for a fact that this list is a little off, because I just read that MGK's new album is number 1.
It's number 1 in his category,
Billboard,
though? Or just number 1 overall?
In the Billboard Top 200, number 1. The album debuted at number 1.
No, it'll probably be on next week then.
All right.
Yeah. Because I think that's what happened with me in the Ghost album last week. I was like, I feel like, I didn't say it, but I was like, I feel like that happened last week, because I saw an article about it. But anyway, continue.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. Well, so for the site that I use to keep track of all this, we're just gonna go with what they have here, which is debuting at number 1, Stray Kids mini album Ordinary EP by the Stray Kids. I don't know who that is.
Nope.
But all right.
Stray, like as in like homeless?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stray.
All right.
Down from number 1 to 2, 7 7220 or 7220 by Lil Durk.
Lil Durk.
Lil Durk. Steady at number 3, Encanto. Stop listening to that album. I'm tired of seeing it. Like I'm tired of seeing Olivia
Your
Rodrigo's
girl?
album.
You love her. Shut
I
up.
hate her. All right, still at number 4, Dangerous Double album, Morgan Wallen.
Damn.
Up from 35 to 5, Fighting Demons by Juice WRLD.
Oh, okay. Coming back.
That's a fucking jump.
Yeah.
Steady at number 6, Highlights by The Weeknd. Debuting at number 7, Crash by Charlie XCX.
Never. Well, I've heard of him, but I've never listened.
All right. Up from 9 to 8, Certified Lover Boy Drake. Down from 8 to 9, DS Forever, Gunna.
Damn.
And then at number 10, Planet Her, Doja Cat.
Damn. Ghost fucking debuted at what? 3 last week, and it's fucking
Gone.
You
It's
can't
like
have
gone,
like
gone.
fun, like good music. We gotta have all this pop bullshit. God, I'm sounding like high school Levi. Stop it. Stop it.
All right. Well, if you enjoy the show, then you can always head over to our Linktree, which is fucking in the description and below my face on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you don't want to give us money at the Patreon, then you can always like and subscribe, turn the bell notifications on YouTube. That helps the algorithm, or that's what I'm told.
Yeah, that's supposed to.
Any comments you leave on our YouTube videos, we'll read.
We'll read them
right here the
Yep.
next week. As soon as we see them, we'll fucking read them.
Yep.
So thanks again, Mr. Jixer 1196.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. Oh wait, we want to thank our friends,
yeah.
the Dutch in Denver podcast.
Which,
I was on
yeah.
his episode last week. You can go find that at Dutch in Denver. It's there. Go
Yeah.
look for it.
I think it's in our Linktree too.
Oh, it should be.
It should be. If not, I'll put it on.
Nice.
Nice.
And then of course, Kicking It with the Kellys and the Ribbity Room and No New Friends podcast.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. All right. I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.